So the bottom line was she never got sick, even during the whole thing we just went through in 2020 and 21. Even though she was around people that were, she never got sick. And so that was like, wow, that's a pretty big testimony, right? But she said, of course, those weren't the reasons she was doing it. She was doing it to become one with God. Remember, we talked about becoming one with. That was one of the definitions. The sharing of feelings and thoughts, the exchange that she was having with the Father as she was deepening this communion experience every day from a pure heart. And that's why she was doing it, because for one, he asked her to do it. But what she started realizing was how she was becoming, and I can speak because I'm doing this now too. I've been doing it. This all started around May, and I've been doing communion whenever he directs me. Right now I am doing it every day for 40 days, but prior to that I was doing it several times a week whenever he called me to it. And I will tell you, there is an exchange of feelings and thoughts. There's a closeness that happens with Jesus, and that's the whole reason she did it. The other stuff was the byproduct, because he's so good to us. When we're obedient and we do something he wants us to do, he honors it, and he gives us so much more. And that's what I love about God. I don't know how many of you, I'm sure, if you're really seeking him, this, that he tells you, well, I'm going to give you this. And when you're obedient and you do these things, he gives you 10 things, And so just remember, and your byproducts may be different from hers. Don't go into it thinking you're going to look 25 when you're 50. You have to have the right heart posture. It's all about getting closer to Jesus and getting to know him like your friend. The more you do communion, you're becoming one with, right? We talked about that. So the more you do that, the more you're going to understand him in a new way. You're going to feel his heart. He's going to show you things. And don't be surprised. I don't know. Everyone's different. But he really, when I do communion, I see him on the cross a lot. I see the things he went through. He talks to me about the wounds. I would say, like, I'm so sorry about the physical wounds you took for us, but I'm so thankful. And he told me, I'll never forget, he said the emotional wounds were worse, because so many people betrayed him. Not only the betrayal, but knowing the people that were going to be lost because of where they were. And just, can you imagine people throwing things at you, yelling at you, and just how that would hurt when you have so much love for them. You're dying for them in that moment.